Hello and welcome, it's the Crocheteer here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet a simple phone case. So we're going to be making a little bag which you can put your phone in to keep it safe. So, for this pattern you'll need some coloured wool. I'm using blue, but you can choose whatever colour you like, and if you want to do a pattern such as stripes you could use multiple colours and change every few rows. I'm going to be using a 3.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and you will need the phone. So, if you enjoy this pattern, please hit that like button and subscribe for more free and easy patterns just like this. To start the phone case, you're going to get the wool and make a slip knot. Now we're going to do chains which go along the bottom of your phone. So you want your phone so it's got its small end facing you, and you're going to chain along the bottom of the phone. And then once your chain is as long as the bottom of your phone, you stop chaining. So now my chains are as long as the bottom of my phone. That means I've done 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. I've done 13 stitches. Now we're going to do one more chain, and we're going to single crochet into the chain which is second from our hook. So we're going to miss one chain and go into the second. So we're going to miss this one here and go into the second. Now in this chain we're going to increase. So we do one single crochet and then we do another single crochet into the same stitch. Now, as I've got 13 stitches, I'm going to single crochet down 11 stitches. That'll take me, so I've only got one chain left on the other end of the row. So basically you want to single crochet until you've only got one chain left which hasn't been crocheted yet. There we go. So I now just have one chain left, my very first chain. So I'm going to increase into this chain. So I'm going to single crochet into it, and then do another single crochet into the same hole. Now we're going to go along the other side of our chains. So here's our row, and we've been crocheting down this side of the chains. We're now going to swap and go down this side. So in the same stitch which we just did an increase in, we're going to do another increase in. So we're going to do 2 more single crochets into that same hole. That will take us around the corner. Now we're going to single crochet back until we only have one of the half chains uncrocheted. So I'm going to single crochet 11. And now I just have the last chain left. So I increased in this stitch before, and now I'm going to increase into it again. And that should give you a nice long oval. At this point you should also have 4 more stitches than you did the first chains. So I had 13 chains along the bottom of my phone. So now I should have 17 stitches. Now what we're going to do is single crochet around our oval until it's the length of your phone. So I'm going to do this in half double crochet to speed it up, but because we're not working on a certain amount of rows, you just do it for as long as you think is right for your phone. You can single crochet it if you want to. Now, for those of you who don't know how to half double crochet, what you do is you wrap the wool around the hook, you insert it into the stitch, you then pull the wool through the stitch. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Then you pull the wool through all 3 loops. So we'll repeat that into the next stitch. We wrap it around the hook, we put it into the stitch, we pull the wool through the stitch, leaving us with 3 loops, and then we pull the wool through all 3. And now we're going to do that until it's the length of our phone. Half double crochet is also good as it gives a little stretch to the case. It's much more stretchy and pliable than single crochet is. I'll also insert how many rows I end up doing at this point, so you can see exactly how many rows I did if you want to replicate it. But as I say, this pattern has to be customized for every phone because they come in all different shapes and sizes. There we go, I've now done 2 of my half double crochet rows. So you can see how it's wrapped up and become quite pouchy. So, here's my phone. I'm going to try putting my phone in the case just to check it fits. You can see my lights in the reflection of the phone. Quite fancy. And here we go, we can see the phone has a nice snug fit. So it's going to fit perfectly for my phone. Hopefully this will be the same for yours as well. You want it to be nice and tight so the phone doesn't joggle around in there. And this is perfect, it sits perfectly in there. It's nice and easy to get it in, but it's also the perfect tightness. This pattern is very simple, but what's great about it is you can use it for anything. say you've bought a new iPad, or you have a new laptop, or a new flat camera, then you can make this pouch for them. In fact, you can make it for a book, you can make it for anything. You simply chain across the bottom, increase on the corners, and crochet up, and it gives it a beautiful rounded pouch effect. So now we have crocheted the full length of the phone. Here we can see the phone just sitting right at the top. I'm going to do another 2 rows added on so it can be done up. You don't have to if you just want it to be a pouch to sit in. As I said before, how it's relatively tight. That will help with it not falling out if you don't want to do it up, but you see, as I just demonstrated, it does slide quite a lot still, so doing it up is probably a good idea. You could do this with a button or a zip if you're really good at sewing, but I'm just going to do it with some pull ties. So first we need to do 2 more rows. Now my second row. If you've been single crocheting, I advise you do the last row in half double, because how I'm going to do the tie is we're going to chain a long chain so that it goes around the case and has extra, and then we're going to weave it in and out of the stitches. Now with half double crochet, weaving it in and out is easy, however with single crochet it will be more difficult. It's still possible, but it will be more difficult, so I'd advise doing half double or even double crochet for this last row. Excellent, so there is my full case. Now to finish off, we're just going to do one slip stitch, so we're going to insert the hook into the next stitch, pull a loop, and then pull that loop straight through the stitch we're on currently. You cut the wool, not too long, and pull it through. And now we're going to weave that wool in and out of our case. Until it disappears. So there we go. Now I'm going to grab some black wool for my ties, and we're going to chain. Now I'm going to start by chaining 30 and then see if it's long enough. As I say, we're going to wrap this around the top of our case. There's my 30 chains, and I can see that is not going to be long enough, so I'm going to do another 20. So I've now got 50 in total, and that looks better, but I'm still going to do another 10. Now we're just going to cut the wool, pull the wool through the loop on the hook, and I'm going to leave these strings out for the moment. So now, I'm just going to put our hook between some stitches. Now I'm not going to put it into where I would put the stitch if I was going to do a single crochet, for example, in it. I'm going to put it in between the large part. So I'm going to pull the chain through. Now I'm just going to weave the chain on top and then below for each of the stitches. I'm going to do this till I get to the front, and I'm going to stop just before the middle. So I'm calling this side the front here, and I think I'll weave it once more, and now I'd say that was at the middle. So now we go back to where we have it on the back, and we're going to weave this side in and out of the half double crochet stitches. and then make sure they do not come out of the same holes. You can see I have them coming out of separate holes here. So now we're just going to weave in the string which is coming off the end of the chain. So we're just going to weave this in and out of the chain we have. We only have to do it a few times, and then we can cut the wool. And we're going to do the same with the other chain, the other end of the chain. And there we go. There is the finished phone case. So now we can put the phone inside, and you can pull the ties tight and it's not going to fall out. You don't even have to tie the ties because of the friction between the stitches, but obviously if you want to, you can. There is a beautiful protective phone case. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more free and easy patterns just like this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.